Hello, my name is Rashi,
And I'm Kapil.
and we are the co-founders of Safai. Our mission is to educate people about the improved COVID-19 related precautionary measures taken by businesses and connect them to safe places. Meet Myra, a 32-year-old GTA resident with her family of kids, former cancer survivor husband, and 75-year-old mother. Myra's life turned upside down on March 13, 2020. In fact, she was completely appalled when she visited a local Dollarama to find customers not following social distancing and a single layer of cling wrap as a barrier between the cashier and customer. Let's fast forward 4 months. Myra decides to take her family out for the first time since the start of lockdown. She finalized a safe place to go only after speaking to numerous friends about good suggestions, as well as the restaurant manager himself. The place she went to was a local Italian restaurant.
On the other side of this, we have John, the owner of that Italian restaurant. 1 year ago, John had opened his dream restaurant, only to close it within 8 months due to COVID-19. With news of reopening, he decided to do his best to keep his customers safe and spent days trying to read through guidelines and recommendations. John invested in several resources and extensive training for employees, but he was disheartened to see that very limited customers visited, as most customers now chose to order from large franchisees, such as Pizza, since they intuitively correlated business size to how well precautionary measures were being followed.
The stories of Myra and John are real and not uncommon. Similar to them, thousands of local customers and businesses have been majorly affected by COVID-19. Myra is one of the over 300 regular individuals we surveyed, and John is one of the 50 business owners we interviewed. And one thing they all share is they have a problem which can be solved with Safai.
Safai is an online web and app-based platform that allows users to gain and share relevant and reliable information about COVID-related precautionary measures implemented by businesses.
Let's take a look at Safai's MVP.
This prototype was developed to be presented to both businesses and users. A user can search for what they need to, filter based on precautionary measures, and take a look at what's near them. They can view business profiles and learn about past ratings. They can read more about the business, as well as read past reviews by users. They can get targeted advertisements based on their location. They can also post reviews themselves. All surveys and review questions are based on guidelines set out by the Government of Canada on their website. They can then submit and get confirmation. A business can sign in and with appropriate credentials can get access to their business dashboard, where they can learn more about how their business is performing according to customer reviews. They can also see how their advertisements are performing and get key recommendations by Safai employees based on user reviews. This is Safai.
Let's take a look at our business model, which consists of 3 main elements. The first is customer reviews about COVID-related precautionary measures, which fuel the community on Safai. Second, businesses are willing to use reviews to improve their practices and share their care for customers. Finally, commercialization is essential. Reviewers need businesses to act on their recommendations, and businesses need reviewers to provide feedback about their efforts.
As can be easily seen, Safai has 2 complementary markets, the first being users who will conduct searches or provide reviews, and the second being businesses who will advertise and improve sanitation efforts.
We have found that 2 forms of users exist. The first are content creators, who are those between the ages of 25 and 50 and comfortable with using technology, and they will ultimately post more reviews. Second, we have a larger subgroup of users who are over the age of 18 who use Safai solely to read the reviews of others.
For businesses, when we presented Safai, what they loved the most is the support, which is not provided by competitors like Google Reviews, who solely allow customers to judge businesses and don't provide recommendations for future improvements. We decided to target small businesses defined as those with less than 50 employees and those that are 2 to 5 years old, and also located in Peel and downtown Toronto. Safai is a well-fit advertising platform for small businesses due to its competitive yet reasonable ad pricing.
Talking about pricing, for the first 6 months, Safai will be offered for free to maximize outreach. There will solely be a cost for business ads of 10 cents per pay-per-view and 50 cents per pay-per-click. These numbers were selected based on discussions with potential business partners. Businesses love our idea, but we aren't the only ones in the market.
Let's consider competition. Yelp has a key offering of connecting customers with small local restaurants and delivery services. Similarly, Google Reviews offers the ability to review essentially any business through their search engine, whereafter customer data is drawn. Google and Yelp both hold large market shares, capital, and expertise to potentially expand their offerings to include precautionary measures.
Nonetheless, over the last few weeks, we have developed a three-stage feasibility and execution plan. First, using our initial seed funding, we will develop a preliminary product while simultaneously interviewing businesses with our MVP. Through this, we hope to understand and dominate the local market. Second, Safai will implement a 1,000 movement with the goal of adding 1,000 users and 1,000 businesses for at least 6 months. In fact, most of our funding will go towards market outreach and improving services. Finally, Safai's long-term goal is to strategically align and integrate collected data with current competitors, as opposed to directly competing with these massive organizations.
Now let's take a minute to look at our business progress bar and actions to minimize risk. In the initial 4 weeks, we validated that there is a need for real-time information about business precautionary measures. In the last 2 weeks, we finished creating a high-level MVP and presented it to several highly interested businesses. We hope to soon be transitioning to the launch of our preliminary product. Additional funding will help us to scale our operations and our outreach. Finally, we will implement the feedback and hope to have Safai fully running within 6 weeks, which is when we will require both guidance and capital to do so.
Safai is a review platform which will allow us to keep ourselves and our loved ones safe. Through educating individuals about improved precautionary measures and connecting them to safe places, we can collectively help mitigate the spread of the novel coronavirus. Join Safai and do it the easy way. Do it the Safai way.